Loss and grief are interconnected yet distinct experiences in the realm of psychology. Understanding their differences and the psychological theories that explore them provides a comprehensive view of how individuals navigate these profound experiences. Loss refers to the absence of someone or something significant in one's life. It can include the death of a loved one, the end of a relationship, loss of health, or even the loss of a job. The experience of loss is universal but highly personal, varying widely depending on cultural, social, and personal factors. For example, losing a parent can drastically alter a person's sense of security and identity. The loss of a job might lead to feelings of uncertainty and fear for the future. A study by Holmes and Rahe, conducted in 1967 on the Social Readjustment Rating Scale, highlights how different types of loss contribute to stress levels, with death of a spouse ranking highest. Grief is the emotional response to loss. It encompasses a range of emotions including sadness, anger, guilt, and despair. While loss is an event, grief is the process of emotional adjustment to that event. Grief is highly individual, with no set timeline or right way to grieve. For example, after the loss of a spouse, one might experience deep sadness and loneliness, coupled with anger or guilt. Another individual might feel numb and disconnected from their surroundings. Several psychological theories provide frameworks for understanding the process of grief. The stages of grief, also known as the Kübler-Ross model, outlines 5 stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. While initially developed to describe the process of dying, it has been widely used to understand grief. Although influential, the model has been critiqued for its linearity. In 1999, Bonanno and Coltman argued that not everyone experiences all stages or in a specific order, supporting a more individualized approach to understanding grief. Attachment theory, developed by John Bowlby, suggests that grief is a natural response to the loss of an attachment figure. The strength and nature of the attachment influence the grief process. For example, a securely attached child may eventually adapt well to the loss of a parent, whereas an insecurely attached child may struggle more significantly. In 2004, Fraley and Bonanno found that secure attachments are generally associated with healthier grief responses. The dual process model developed by Stroebe and Schut proposes that grieving involves oscillating between loss-oriented and restoration-oriented coping. This dynamic process allows individuals to manage both the emotional pain of loss and the practical aspects of life without the deceased. Stroebe et al. Found in their 2007 research that flexibility in moving between these coping strategies can lead to better adjustment outcomes. While loss is the event or experience of absence, grief is the emotional and psychological response to that absence. Loss is objective and tangible, whereas grief is subjective and emotional. The way individuals experience loss can shape their grief, but the two are not synonymous. Cultural factors can significantly influence how loss and grief are perceived and expressed. For example, some cultures may encourage outward expressions of grief, while others may promote stoicism. Personality traits, past experiences with loss, and the nature of the relationship with the deceased all contribute to the unique experience of grief. Understanding the distinction between loss and grief, alongside the psychological theories and research findings, offers valuable insights into these complex processes. While loss marks the absence of something significant, grief is the emotional journey taken in response to that absence. Recognizing the interplay between these experiences helps individuals and mental health professionals navigate the path toward healing and acceptance.